Member of Parliament for East Kingston and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell, has confirmed reports that his 10-month-old child and her mother have been missing since Saturday morning. The police have launched a search for the two, Toshyna Patterson, otherwise called Tosh, and her baby Saranah, who were last seen about 7 a.m. at their gate on Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew. The Halfway Tree police say they have not been heard from since. Patterson's of dark complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 4 inches tall, while Saranah is of brown complexion and about 75 centimeters tall. Patterson was dressed in a brown tube top, army green sweatpants, and a pair of black Crocs, while Saranah was dressed in a pink onesie. Paulwell says he's gravely worried over their disappearance and is appealing for their safe return. Paulwell says it appears that
a family tonight is grieving this mother and her 10-year-old daughter, and it's this Miami woman, Leona Bradshaw, who is accused of hiring hitmen to kill them in Jamaica.
In the quiet streets of St. Andrew, Jamaica, a sinister plot was brewing. It was September 2023, and the lives of Toshyna Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter, Saranah Paulwell, were about to be tragically cut short. This is the chilling story of how love, betrayal, and jealousy led to one of the most heart-wrenching crimes in recent Jamaican history. Leona Vanessa Bradshaw, a U.S. Navy petty officer, had a relationship with Philip Paulwell, a prominent Jamaican member of Parliament. Paulwell was also the father of baby Saranah. When Bradshaw discovered Paulwell's relationship with Toshyna Patterson, she was consumed by jealousy and a desire for revenge. Her mind twisted by betrayal, Bradshaw began to orchestrate a plan that would end in bloodshed. Bradshaw arrived in Jamaica on September 6, 2023, with a dark purpose. She quickly enlisted the help of her cousin, Roland Balfour, and 2 other men, Richard Brown and Roshane Miller. Promising them money, she set her deadly plan into motion. The men were instructed to abduct and murder Patterson and her baby, ensuring that no trace of them would remain. On the fateful day of September 9, 2023, the conspirators struck. Patterson and her daughter were forcibly taken from their home in St. Andrew. The terrified mother and child were bundled into a tinted SUV and driven to a secluded area in East Kingston. The community was left in shock as news of the abduction spread, but the worst was yet to come. In the dark corners of East Kingston, the true horror unfolded. Under Bradshaw's direction, the men shot Patterson and her baby. Their lifeless bodies were then set ablaze. In a gruesome attempt to destroy any evidence, the flames that consumed them also ignited a wave of grief and outrage across the nation. The Jamaica Constabulary Force launched an intensive investigation, determined to bring the perpetrators to justice. Digital evidence, including incriminating messages and calls, revealed the meticulous planning behind the crime. Financial records showed payments from Bradshaw to her accomplices, and witness testimonies placed the suspects at the scene. Forensic analysis further linked the men to the murder, and some of the accomplices eventually confessed, implicating Bradshaw as the mastermind.
Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell says he has been left heartbroken by the murder of his 10-month-old daughter Saranah and her mother 27-year-old Toshyna Patterson. In a statement Sunday, Paulwell said that the past few weeks have been extremely difficult for him. He said nothing could prepare him for the events that have unfolded. According to Mr. Paulwell, it's unimaginable that anyone could murder a mother and an innocent baby. He said those behind the crime must be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Mr. Paulwell added that he's praying for Toshyna's family that is experiencing the unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter.
Bradshaw, Balfour, Brown, and Miller were all charged with multiple counts, including conspiracy to kidnap, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and capital murder. The case drew significant media attention.
And welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to folks on OneSpotMedia.com.
We begin this evening with another development in the murder case of 27-year-old Toshyna Patterson and 10-month-old Saranah Paulwell. A second defendant pleaded guilty today.
The charge, 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, accessory before the fact, and misprision of felony.
The defendant, whose name is being withheld, appeared before Justice Lorna Shelley Williams in the Home Circuit Court this afternoon.
Today's development follows the guilty plea entered yesterday by another defendant in the case. The men will be sentenced on November 15.
Highlighting the devastating impact of personal vendettas and the lengths to which individuals might go to exact revenge. The tragic tale of Toshyna Patterson and baby Saranah Paulwell serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of jealousy and betrayal. As the legal proceedings continue, the community remains haunted by the loss of two innocent lives. This case, with its shocking twists and heartbreaking outcome, will be remembered as one of the most painful chapters in Jamaica's history.